where they went to school. It doesn't matter. You can't take their diploma to bed and have it hold you after a long day. Other things like status and money are fleeting and can always go.
I find every time I get on Hinge, self-esteem goes through the floor.
I don't know, I just find a lot of the men these days, I don't know, are you shy?
A dude's walking in now. I see him. Oh, he has a girlfriend. That's the third couple tonight.
Somebody sees you and walks the other direction.
Tired of feeling like it's never going to be my turn to find love.
Asks you to have a Bible study one-on-one. It's because he's broke.
Hey guys, welcome back to Motor Life. Now before we get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get all my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
I was a professional matchmaker for more than 5 years in New York City, and I met with thousands of singles. And I'll tell you, the difference between the people that ended up in happy, healthy relationships versus the one that stayed single were the people that were able to distinguish what is a long-term value and what is a superficial garbage nonsense factor that you don't actually need in order to be happy. For example, where they went to school. It doesn't matter. You can't take their diploma to bed and have it hold you after a long day. How much hair is on their head. It truly doesn't make a freaking difference because it's all going to fall out eventually. How tall they are has no meaning or dictation of how much they can protect you and be there for you. Other things like status and money are fleeting and can always go. So what should you be looking for? A shared value system. Do you see the world in the same way? Mutual respect, healthy communication, and a shared vision for your future. Paired with that, with connection and chemistry, and you have a recipe for long term.
Finally.
That took a turn. Now you notice when she said height, or she got real intense. I'm sure she had tons of problems and it landed a moment. Oh man, these girls have no hope.
Being ugly on Hinge in reference to how bad I feel when I use dating apps. I find every time I get on Hinge, which is not a novel concept, but for some reason I always think it's going to be different for me. My self-esteem goes through the floor. Anyone that I like does not like me back. And anyone that likes me makes me wonder why, in what world, we would be a match.
That woman, it's sad, right? I'll tell you what happened to her. She has the green eyes. She has the smooth face. But she's not the best looker. And guys see that. You see that nose. You see, she looks like she has a sly remark all the time. Like she has an attitude all the time, right? It's like permanently on her face. That right there turns guys off. A guy wouldn't know whether to fight her. I mean, I'm being serious, but yeah, guys don't want a woman like that. And she experienced it, but women, they hype themselves up. You're the best. You're a dime. This is why women shouldn't lie to each other.
If I just ever feel like completely shattering my confidence in all sense of self-worth, I just open Hinge. I just swipe or I go through my likes for like 3 minutes and then I'm like, that'll do it. Confidence gone. Out the window. Non-existent. And when Hinge is like, we think you and so are compatible. Where? This is a sick joke. You're playing. Bring out the cameras. Bring out Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, you see that? Now, it's getting sickening. She thinks she's a dime. She does. And most women feel that way. This is the problem. This is why there's so many shows out now. And women feel like guys are trying to humble them. This is real. And you women see it on these dating apps. You get on there and realize, wow, nobody wants me. Now, the sad thing about that, the reverse effect, is the women that are really hot, right? They get a bunch of guys contacting them all the time. But guys just want to smash. Modern women put themselves in a never-ending cycle, and they don't realize they'll never get out.
Okay, so I've re-downloaded Hinge, and I re-downloaded it 3 weeks ago, and I have not had one like, not a near like, and it's honestly starting to affect my. So I've tried to restart it, won't let me restart it, no clue how to do that. Seen videos on here about how to restart it, and I can't. So I'm gonna show you guys my profile. It's me. Maybe I need to update my profile. I don't know. You guys tell me what I should update. Okay, so here's my profile. There's a cute picture of me. It's like one of my favorite pictures. I had braids. A friend's review of me, language, you know, I'm 30, I'm looking for a life partner, I'm monogamous, don't like to share. Here's my best friend. Here's me at work. I mean, I feel like my profile's cute, but maybe it's not. Y'all help me. Is it not cute? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty cute.
Now, number one thing she needs to do, she looks extremely heavy. Use more pictures with the braids. You do that because you look extremely top heavy. And guys are seeing that going, I'm looking at what my woman's going to look like before she gets married. She's married already. She's married to the Starbucks. She's married to the McDonald's. They don't want to take you on a date because they're afraid they're going to get you fat. I mean, guys don't want to jump into it. They're already seeing the after effects now. So could you imagine what happens if they do get you pregnant?
Real talk.
Reason 1,000,001 why the dating apps suck is the men on there are ugly. Y'all literally built the fire, then climbed into the pot. You decided amongst yourselves that putting effort into how you look, caring about your appearance, means you're gay. Now you're unattractive and women don't want to be with you. And yet you somehow still feel entitled to having an attractive, intelligent partner. But then she makes you feel insecure because you don't like how you look. You don't feel good about yourself. You lack self-confidence, and then you blame her. If you don't put effort into how you look and how you present yourself, why would I think?
Now, how are you insinuating, like predicting a man is doing all that? It's like a man got into a relationship with a girl that's hot and it said, oh, I feel down about myself. Like, who's saying that to you? It's crazy.
You're going to put effort into me and our relationship if you can't even do it for yourself. Take a shower, get a haircut, get a skincare routine, and start wearing some better clothes that fit and look good. Put some effort in, and you may start getting some more matches. And if you're going to be offended by this, I would strongly suggest you look at the amount of matches you have and take a look at yourself. Do something about it.
Guys, just a quick so yesterday I went to like this Christian singles mingling thing with my church. Guys, I left literally like, yeah, these streets, it's hard out there. Like, it's hard. Us single girls, it's hard out there. Like, it's hard. It was a lot. Like, it wasn't like negatively a lot. It was just like, I don't know, like, I just find a lot of the men these days, I don't know, are you shy? Like, I need to know. Are you shy? Because I don't know, like, there's a lot of like girls like hanging around. Like, we all went there for the same intentions. We all want to like meet someone, get to know people, especially in like the right like circumstance and things like that. It was a good environment, but a lot of the men were moving stursh. Not gonna lie, it was giving stursh. Like, and also I did feel like at one point I was in the wild hunting for my prey. Do you know what I mean? Like, it did feel like that. Like, I don't know, like, it's just, does no one want to socialize anymore? Does no one want to meet anyone new? Because, guys, I'm 28 and I'm not getting any younger. I'm not getting any younger, and it's slim pickings out there. It's giving that, yeah. Other than that, it was good. I love that the church encouraged you to meet people. Like, I love that. But the event, when I left, I was like, wow, I'm really single. And no one's mingling.
I want something feminine and delicate.
Yeah. All you guys in your comfort relationships, stay in your relationships. It's not nice in these streets. It's not nice. Stay happy, stay cozy, stay locked up. Peace and love.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on, sister? How are you?
Hey.
What's going on, sister? You guys doing all right?
Good evening.
Hey, sister, you doing okay?
Girl, I'm good. How are you?
Oh. Any men been here so far?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Guess I better give you something to eat, right?
That's right. I got my third plate. That dude's walking in now. I see him. Okay. Fine. Oh, he has a girl. That's the third couple tonight.
I am leaving, and I am never coming back.
You leaving? Where are you going?
Man, it's crazy. The same thing is happening in the church. And the reason why it's happening it's the same. Guys know. Guys understand what women do. Women, they realize that luck has ran all out. It's done. They've been for the streets for way too long. Then they get an epiphany. And a lot of times they run the church. And that's their last hope. Some women are in the church from the beginning, but there's a lot that run the church when they're all washed up. And men definitely don't want to deal with women in the church because men know that they're corrupted. A lot of times women run to the church after she's been with 1,000 guys. That's things that happen. Had all kinds of venereal diseases, and then we'll go to the church after that. And that's probably what the guy will get. That's the maximum, but still, guys don't want to take any kind of chance like that. Look at this one. This is how they feel.
Some people just have the courage to just go out there and say it out loud. Okay, she had a train running her. So many other girls wish they had their three favorite artists them all at the same time. Because, hey, who gives? So, to be honest, power to the people. If that's what she wants to do, she wants to book it. Obviously, it's not safe, but that's her job. She's a content creator. That's her content. She wants to go 100 man. Why don't we blame the men that are actually waiting in line? She wouldn't be able to be doing this if there wasn't men waiting in line. What are you not talking about?
Yeah, it is. There are a lot of men waiting in line, but that's just disgusting. And to those men waiting in line, you're disgusting. I don't want to be the 50th person. I don't want to be the second person getting some of that, let alone the 50th. It's nasty. But hey, guys been doing it for the longest, and guys will continue to do it. We got to be better. Because women like this, she's doing it for what? OnlyFans? That's that white woman that had her lip busted open, I think, from guys coming on the eyes. Crazy. No man wants to be a part of that, but 100 guys were.
I said, okay, and I started walking to my car, and then I heard him say, I'm sorry, it's your...
Damn, this video hit me so hard. She says in the video, this is kind of your worst fear in dating, to show up to a date and somebody sees you and walks the other direction.
Winter is here.
And as a plus size person, this has certainly held me back from dating like my entire life. And I've seen it happen to a lot of people on TikTok. And, you know, it's tough in these situations because you can't really fault somebody for just not being attracted to you. And I think we have a real culture that hates wasting time. So it makes sense for people. A lot of people are just going to say, I don't want to waste your time. I'm going to tell you straight up that you don't look like your pictures to me, or I think you're a catfish, or whatever. You know, it's okay. You're not their type. They told you right away. You could see that as doing a kindness. And she does say that in the video. But there are other elements of this situation that make it very clear this man was not being kind, and he is completely at fault for this. And I don't usually fault people for like, oh, you didn't like them, you rejected them. It's fine. But in this case, I do fault him. And there are a few reasons for this. And so I just want to explain that because I think it's like pretty nuanced when you're dating and you maybe aren't attracted to the person in the end or whatever. Like, but what are the things that I will fault you for? What are the ways?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
In which this man actually did treat her like absolute, and I hate his guts and I want him to pay. Anyway, they met on a dating app. She's posted all of her dating app profiles, and you can completely tell her body size from them. There is no question. And it is on this man. If he didn't scroll through the photos, if he didn't look at her photos and only looked at the first one that's of her face, it's pretty standard to put your face in your first photo. Like, I don't know, man. I think it's on him if he did not click through the little boxes. And then she also had told him on the phone that she was fat and like warned him, and he was like, oh, stop warning me. Why are you trying to warn me? And then he immediately rejects her and tells her it's because of her weight. What? I understand if the person had not warned, if the photos had not shown it, to immediately be like, hey, you're actually really not my physical type. Fine. But that is not what happened here. Something else happened here. I want to know. I want to investigate. Jesus Christ. And then the other thing is that he tells her this. So he says, let's go into the restaurant. And then he pulls her back out and says, actually, come outside the restaurant. Outside the restaurant is where a bunch of people are standing, as she says in this video. So he's taken her into a more public place to reject her. This could almost be innocent. But then, as she hears the rejection, she turns around and walks to her car immediately, as she should, because he's not wasting her time. So why would she waste her time? And as she turns around and walks to her car, he goes, sorry, it's just your weight. Damn! After last night on the phone, he said, stop telling me you're fat. After he pulled her out into a more public place with more people to do this rejection, and she's walked away. She does not want to continue the conversation. It almost feels like she's now done her own sort of rejection of him and cut it off. And so he needs to tell her what. Why would you need to say that? To say that in public as she's walking away just feels like such an intentional move to humiliate her further. I hate this man. And I don't usually comment on these things. And I don't think it's wrong to have a physical type preference or whatever inherently. But to treat somebody this way in public after they have done everything they possibly could do to let you know what you were getting into. Why I oughta.
Now, this is going to be completely left field from all the people that are for body positivity, but we need to bring shame back, right? That's the only way women and also men are going to get it together. So I would say he did the right thing. He made a mistake. He did. He should have checked further, but he did the right thing. Maybe he went out there just to do that, and that's needed. She needs to know for sure she should be working on that weight. Why? What do women do when they lose weight? You turn into complete 304s. Ain't it crazy? You start sucking everybody off, getting with this one, getting with that one. Why? Oh, because you feel sexy now?
Okay, y'all, so I just had to leave. I had to leave work because I'm at a very... I can barely talk. Hold on. I record myself crying on camera. But I am so tired. And I've gotten in my Lyft, and now my Lyft driver is playing all this gospel music, which I'm fine with because I love the Lord. But, like, I am so sick of God just not, like, giving me direct, like, answers about things and, like, direct guidance. I'm so tired. I need him to stop speaking to me through, like, riddles and lessons. I'm not this strong, just say it. Whatever happened to a burning bush? Whatever happened to just bringing the message directly through an angel or something? I'm tired of having to learn things through all of these riddles and tests and quizzes and I am not a good student. Just tell me what you want me to do because I'm tired. I'm tired of not doing right with work. I'm tired of not doing right with content. I'm tired of not doing right in romance. I'm doing my best, bro. Just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. Stop giving me all these roundabout ways and choose your own adventure. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. I promise I may not be a good student with these lessons, but I'm faithful, bro. Just say it. Oh, I'm so exhausted. Oh my God.
It's easy. It's written right there in the Bible. I can go through a number of verses, and I'm sure guys in this video can too. I get a list of them every day from different guys saying things that God tells men. God tells women the same thing, right? He says, don't go out and do this. Don't go out and do that. But you still do it. And you're still lonely. And he also said, no getting down before marriage. But you still did it. Now you're all used up. And nobody wants you. And you're old. And you're tired. And this is exactly why guys are refusing to go to those singles events because they don't want to meet women like you.
This is why you're failing at Christian dating. A lot of people go into relationships thinking that Christ is automatically going to be at the center of it just because they call themselves a Christian. But what they fail to realize is that it's a practice. Every single day you have to commit to your relationship to make sure that God is at the center and He is the foundation of it. We must always keep God's word ingrained in our hearts. And so it's very crucial and important for all Christian couples, or even people that are currently preparing for a Christian relationship, to keep the word of God always in their hearts so that they can continuously pursue Christ in their relationship. I made a Christian guide all about this for all Christian couples and even Christian singles that are looking to date in the future and pursue marriage one day.
So that includes living by the word. Like, this woman is a Christian woman, right? I'm sure she's not out getting body after body after body. Why are you?
If you ever think after a breakup, oh, I'm going to download Hinge, it'll make me feel better about myself, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't download Hinge. You will go through your likes and you will question everything about yourself. You will go through your likes and you will feel like Shrek. You will say, do I look like Shrek? Do I deserve these men who look like Shrek? And you don't. You deserve a hot man. You do not have to give a hot man a rose. You do not have to pay $2.99 to see the hot men on your Hinge.
Well, actually,
who probably won't even like you back. Not saying I've bought in a rose, because I genuinely haven't, but if you have, it's okay. I understand your pain. Hinge. It's a waste of time. And it makes you feel about yourself.
On Hinge, right? And this is the moment that I realize how insecure and self-conscious of myself I am, because every time that they are like, oh, we should meet up or something, I get scared. I get kind of scared, because it's like, what if I am not what they expect? What if, like, the pictures are like, I don't know, like another person? I don't know how to explain it, but it's like,
It doesn't matter how you
I feel catfish. I feel like the pictures do not represent how I look in real life, and I don't really know how to explain it. So then I get scared because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to, like, what in my mind, I'm just gonna get there, like, to the place where we will meet up, and they will look at me and be like, oh, you know what, never cut me off. But they look at me and they will be like, you know what, never mind, like, no. And then I'll be hurt, you know, and then I'll be more insecure. So I don't want to get hurt, and I don't know.
I could imagine. I look at her face now. She doesn't look half bad. So could you imagine the makeup trick she's doing? She probably looks like a quarter piece with the makeup on. I'm sure caked up. You're like, oh, my. And then you see her off and go, what happened? I get it. I get why she's feeling like that.
I am so tired of feeling like it's never gonna be my turn to find love, and I know that someone out there knows what I mean right now. Like, I know I'm overreacting to this specific incident, but this is like the 4th time this has happened since I re-downloaded the dating apps earlier this month and decided, you know what, I'm an adult. I'm gonna try and get like an adult relationship and actually do dating for once. So we match, we talk for a while, we plan the date, right? We can't do that day, we move the date to this day, totally fine. I go, how about 5:30? Reasonable time. Let's actually get dinner. Like, let's commit to this. This seems promising. He goes, okay. Then he texts me and goes, can we actually do 6:30? Because I have a meeting. It's going to run a little long. I'll be able to do 6:30 instead. And I said, that's a little bit annoying because it's a tad bit late. I'm going to be starving, but that's fine. So today's the day, right? 5:45 rolls around.
I guess she's waiting at dinner, I guess. But starving at 6:30, get a bite, get a burger or something. I don't know.
I've just finished doing my hair and makeup, and I get another text from him going, hey, I'm running late again. Could it be possible that we move the date to 7 again? So I text all my friends, both guys and girls, just to make sure I'm not crazy, and go, do I allow this? And they go, no. Moving it once, maybe. Twice, that's where I would have stopped it. But a 3rd time? Absolutely not. I'm starving at this point, and that's just disrespectful of my time. So I send him a little respectful, you know what, hey, don't even sweat it. Like, you enjoy your evening. It's pretty late already, and I am starving, so I'm just gonna eat. And he keeps texting me, and he's also, like, now trying to guilt trip me, being like, I'm not going to enjoy my evening. Like,
So red flag, bullet dodged, I guess, in the long term. And usually I would just let it go. However, I have planned like almost 4 or 5 dates now since I re-downloaded the apps. Almost every single time, this is exactly what keeps happening. They keep pushing the date back until I just have to say, hey, I'm not going anymore. Because that's disrespectful as my time and me as a person. And like, I know this isn't the biggest deal in the world, but it especially feels like it really digs into that childhood wound.
Man, she's feeling it.
What's wrong when men ask you to have a one-on-one Bible study? Why is it a red flag? Christian dating advice from your Christian cousin. I want to put you on game, okay? Because I'm trying to save y'all the heartbreak. I'm trying to save you the time. I'm trying to save you your youth. When a man asks you to have a Bible study one-on-one, it's because he's broke.
You can't make this up.
And he doesn't want to spend the money on you to court you. He wants to take up your time for free and have your affection, have your company while not being serious at all whatsoever. He's literally going to waste your time. It's twofold. He's either A, broke, or B, not a giver. And if he's broke, that just means he just needs some time to get right with God, build up, his life, all those things. So give him that time. Like, give him that time, but don't wait on him to get that together. Like, keep on living your life. And go get your life together, babe, and then come back over here. Okay? Number 2, he might not be a giver and stingy in his heart.
Huh?
Your heart, these days, in today's society, your heart is in your money. Where you spend your money is where your heart is at. So that's why it's so important for us to be tithing and giving to the church, because our heart is in the efforts of the gospel, spreading the name of Jesus. So we give to the church. So just like we give to the church, your heart goes to all kinds of places. Like, where are you spending your money? If you want to marry me and you want to give a good life for me, then I am worth your spending budget. Like, I don't get why that's a hot topic. I don't get why that's like a hot take or controversial. Like, who
is that girl?
What do you spend your money on if not your wife? Like, whatever. So yeah, be really wary of these men, because they're trying to scam you of your time without spending money on you. They'll also try to ask you on coffee dates, because they literally believe that you're only worth like a $5.95 latte. Like, they literally think your time is worth $5.95. That's why they're gonna ask you on a coffee date, you guys. And like, I'm telling y'all, that's McDonald's pays you more than that. So he literally has less value for your time than McDonald's. Like, is that a man you want to marry? No. Don't look at what a man says. Look at what they do. They're going to be like, oh, I want to build a life with you. I want to, but are they doing anything about that? What are they doing? Okay? Because men, they're not talking, that's not their thing. Doing is their thing. That's how you know they're acting right. Okay?
Stop it. Get some help.
Get into it.
Man, this is why. This is it the same or is it not the same as outside the church? This is why no men showed up. This is why no men are going to show up. This is why men refuse to go. You are the same. You just hopped off the carousel 2 days ago. This is what I was talking about. The same talking points, right? And she's a Christian, so-called. That's her last hope. I'm going to get a man that has bread. That's what she wants. Spend money on me. It's the same. When a real Christian woman is not even going to care about that. She's not going to care about the money. She's going to be happy to get to know you. She's going to be happy with the Bible study. When I first met my wife, we got close together through Bible study. So I would have said that to her, and she would have said that to me. Because I met my wife on a Christian site, right? I first had it set. I had hope still. I had it set. I was trying to find a woman, and it was. What happened to me? No woman in the rest was responding. On that app, because usually if you go on a regular dating app, say if it's Filipinas, they're going to respond to you. because they're looking for a come up, right? But nobody was responding to me. I started speaking to Filipinas, speaking to women from Thailand. I started speaking to women from other countries. They all started responding. And Shraggy? I had one of those moments again. Shraggy? I was led to become a passport, bro. By who? Who led me? I'm looking for the God way. I think it was God. That's real. That's real. Led me away from these women in Babylon. And more guys are trying to find their way out too because they realize it's definitely more to life than dealing with a woman like that. See you next video.
Answer's coming.